What is happening, you guys? Welcome to my channel, Grow Food Yourself. I am John, and I am going to show you how to do this. From a little seed to this, then this will go outside in the garden and produce food. Food you grew yourself. So remember, this channel is Grow Food Yourself. Hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Hey guys, how you doing? I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Grow Food Yourself. I am John, and you see what I have in my hands here. I have a beautiful, organic, fully ripe red pepper, sweet bell pepper that is. And that's what we're gonna teach you how to grow in this series. You're gonna grow beautiful sweet bell peppers. And this is a fully ripe one, and there's a reason I'm showing you this. Because to start off growing these, you're gonna need seeds. And where are you gonna get the seeds from? Oh yeah, at the store in the little packets, sure. No, you're gonna get the seeds right from here. Why not? Look at this beautiful pepper. Why not get the seeds from here? Now remember, there's a reason you get the seeds from here. This particular pepper, not particular pepper, but you know what I mean, this red pepper. The pepper has to be fully ripe and red. If you take seeds out of a green pepper, you're not going to get anything out of them. It has to be a fully ripe red one. So with that said, let's extract the seeds out of this pepper. Just cut right in the middle. A lot of times when these things are fully ripe, they won't have that many seeds. They should, because these are the ones that reproduce to keep the species going, as they say. So, with that. Now, I want you to see that. That's a beautiful red sweet bell pepper, fully ripe. It's got to be red. I'm going to keep saying that because so many people are going to tell me, oh no, you can grow them with the green ones. I tried. No. So, I want you to see, I'm going to show it to the camera here. I want you to see how many seeds you're going to get out of this. What did this pepper cost me? $2, maybe? And I'll bet you there's at least 100 seeds. For $2, you're not going to get a packet of 100 seeds. So we're going to take that. I'm using a blue plate so you can, it's easier to see the seeds. And you're just going to peel them off of there. I mean, right there, there's 10, 20, 30, 40, you probably got 200 seeds here. This will last you, let's say if you grew a dozen of these plants every season. So, this will last you these seeds will last you a good, depending how often you want to grow them, a good 5 to 10 years. You've got 5 to 10 years worth of seeds here. Out of one fully ripe red pepper. Can we say that together, kids? Red pepper. I'm just kidding. But if kids are watching, you know what? Hey kids, make sure it's a red pepper that you get your seeds from. Alright, so we've cleaned off the center here where all the seeds were. And there we go. We have what we need right here to produce this. It's not that we've got our seeds and they're kind of a little bit slimy, a little wet. I like to take them. And I've got a little tray here and a piece of wax paper. And I will spread them out on the wax paper. See how sticky they are? You know, you can spread them out on a towel if you want, or a paper plate. But when the seeds are wet and sticky like this, then you got to sit there and pick them off the paper when they finally dry out. This way, I have better luck on the wax paper. Spread them out a little. I have better luck on the wax paper because when they dry, they don't stick to the wax paper. And that's pretty much, that is how you extract the seeds that you are going to use, that we are going to, after these dry, we're going to germinate these. That'll be the next part of this video series. We're going to show you how to germinate these. We're going to try and produce 99.9% germination. We don't play that game where, hey, you put them in the dirt and we sit and watch. And, you know, every day check, oh, I hope something sprouts. No, we're going to guarantee you that these things sprout. So, with that said, there's one thing that I really, really need you guys to do after you watch this, and I want you to, you're going to have to take and smash that like button, hit that subscribe, make sure you ring that notification bell for the next video on how we're going to get these to grow. So, with that said, I am John. This is Grow Food Yourself, and that's what we're going to do. So, and see you in the next video. All right. Now that our seeds have dried out, we put them on the wax paper. That way they don't stick. Easy to get off. Some people put them on paper towels when they're wet. You know, when they're fresh, and then they stick to them. You got to sit there and pick them off. But hopefully, these here will end up being this here. And that's what we want. Because then this here is going to go out in the garden. And you're going to have a lot of awesome sweet peppers. Nice big bell peppers. So let's take all our seeds. There's a few stragglers. Right. So yeah, I've got plenty of seeds. I like to label them, put a date on them. That way you know how old they were. So these are bell pepper, And we have, what's today's date? Today's date is, alright, we've got our seeds. Next step. We've got our paper towel, got our little, you need little Ziploc bags. I use the snack bags, don't have to use the big ones. Get them at Dollar General, your dollar store. Don't have to be the fancy Ziploc freezer ones or anything like that. And we are going to, I say double up on the paper towel. That way it won't dry out. Normally, used to take the seeds, put them in there, fold it up a couple times, wet it, put it in the plastic baggie, and then when it came time to check them to see if they germinated, the paper towel was so stuck together you couldn't peel them apart. So we're going to do it a little different this time. We're going to put this inside the baggie. Hopefully I cut it right. Cut it big, there we go. Big enough to close. I was gonna say we might as well. I want to make another one. We're gonna do something different today. Rumor has it, I was told that I was told that if you take the water that you're going to moisten the seeds with, and if you put in a cap of hydrogen peroxide into that water, that they will even germinate faster. Something about oxygenating the water with hydrogen peroxide. I did not look up the science on that, but we might as well do it right here live. We're going to do a test. I'm going to do one that way. We're going to do the other with normal filtered water. So I always want to use filtered water. Give the seeds a start. You don't want any chlorine, chemicals, or anything like that. All right, so we got our two baggies ready. All right, our two baggies are ready. We're gonna mark. We're going to mark this one. We're going to put a little HP on there. HP for hydrogen peroxide. We're going to take a capful. Get to the capful. And we're going to put a capful in our water. You don't need these fancy bottles, but I had them around, so I'm using them. You can use a spray bottle. Alright, so we've got our regular filtered water. We've got our hydrogen peroxide water. And we might as well mark that Mark that baggie too, so we know which one got what. Alright, what we're going to do now that we have our baggies ready here. Okay. We're gonna wet them, and we're gonna wet them a little bit. Wet our paper towel. Now this is with the regular water. This one's, let's get that a mix. This is with the hydrogen peroxide water. Cap full of hydrogen peroxide. Wet this paper towel. Feel like a scientist. It ain't just putting in a remember the old days, way back. Well, I read in the books anyway. I'm not that old. Do I look that old? Anyway, I digress. Remember, I used to take a seed, take a little fish in the ground, and something come up. Those days are done. Definitely those days are done. We've got it down to a science now. And you are learning it here. This is 99.9% guaranteed you will have a plant growing. There is no more put it in the dirt and water it and hope something comes up. No more of that. There's no more luck involved in this to see if something will grow. We are definitely going to grow things. Got myself some tweezers. You know what? Maybe the flat tweezers will work better. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. All right. One more. Let's do a lucky 13. Alright, there we go. Little moisture in there. Zip that up. If you want, we can date this. See how many days it's going to take. We'll even put bell pepper. Alright, there you go. So, the reason that I didn't fold them up in the towel is, number one, hard to check once those towel. Did you ever try to pull apart a wet paper towel after it's folded? Doesn't work that well. But this way we will most likely see when the seeds start to germinate. because the root will pop out on them. And it's so much easier to see this way. We will turn this over like that. And we will check it every few days. And you will be able to see if it pops a root out. Alright, so this one's with the hydrogen peroxide in the water. Let's get a dozen seeds in there. It's 5, 8, 4 more. There we go. A little more for good luck. Seal this up. There's our seeds. Close that up. We'll write on here also. Date it. By the way, if you're curious, it's May 5th. 2019. We're going to put a HP for hydrogen peroxide. Bell pepper. I don't know if there's hot bell peppers. These are sweet. And that's basically it. They will get, when they start to germinate, they will get these little tails sticking out. I will make sure. You'll see. I will show you what they look like. Because once they get those little tails, that's their root coming out. Then they're going into a starting soil. So there we go. We have our seeds. Here's our guarantee. And you're not going to believe it. And that's how simple it is. Like I said, there's no more putting seeds in the dirt, watering it, and then hoping, well, I hope they sprout so I can go plant it. Now, we are going to germinate these, then they're going to go into dirt, and guaranteed, and that's how you get this. Unfortunately, we've had some bad weather. These are supposed to be out in the garden already. But they're doing fine. It's going to be a great season. And we will see you when these germinate for our next step. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to go ahead, please comment down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And see you in the next video. Alright guys, the big reveal. It's been, here, let me put this in there so you can see. It's May 12th. We put these seeds in the baggies on the wet paper towels. It was May 5th. I was gonna shoot this video yesterday, but had to go to a nephew's communion, couldn't get it done, so that would have been 6 days. But so let's see what we have going on with our germination. Okay, this is the baggie. that had just filtered water. We put, I think, 13 seeds in there. 13 for good luck. And what do we got going on here? From what I see, they still have not sprouted their little tails. This is regular filtered water. Let's see if we can bring it down. Yeah, definitely. So this is regular filtered water. They still haven't sprouted their little tails. It's been 6 days, 7 days now. This is the 7th day. All right, so let's move these out of the way. Now this was the filtered water with a cap full of hydrogen peroxide. This was a method that I saw somewhere, and let's see the difference. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The ones with the hydrogen peroxide, I can't believe it. They are, let's get closer to this if we can. They have all sprouted their little tails, except for maybe one right here. Bet you if I leave it in there, he might, if he's got any life in him. But oh my gosh. Well, we all learned something new. They all have tails. I can't believe that that makes such a difference. We put all these in at the same time. I know, yeah, this is the 7th day. But those tails look pretty big, actually. So I'll bet you 2 days ago, they all started showing their tails. So within 5 days, these seeds have germinated. These are ready to go into a starting soil, into the dirt. That'll be our next step. Unbelievable. Look at that. The HP is the hydrogen peroxide, by the way, if you're curious. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, so definitely we got all 12. That one right there didn't want to do anything. It could be a bad one. We have all 12 with tails. Tails that have probably been there for a couple days already. So I'm going to say between 5 and 7 days, which is awesome. So let's move on to the next step. Let's get these in the dirt, get them started. Again, these are regular filtered water. I'll bet you if I leave them another 5 days, they will show their little tails. But this blows me away. Within 5 days, you've got seeds sprouting, coming to life, and ready to go into the dirt, into the soil. However you want them, however you want to word it. All right, let's move on. What is happening, guys? Hey, it is 5 days later. Well, actually about 7 days later, because I couldn't get to this for the last couple days. But we have our germinated seeds. And we dated them 5 days ago. And believe it or not, the germinated seeds with the hydrogen peroxide sprouted little roots within 5 days. Something new I've learned. So I will be doing this from now on, and I want you guys to do this from now on too. If you want your seeds to germinate within 5 days, at least sweet bell pepper seeds. So now it's time to put them in the dirt or in the soil, in the starter, in the little starter pots. Okay. And I figured, all right, we've got 13 seeds here, but 12 of them germinated. One is having a hard time. We're going to leave him in there and see if he ends up coming out. But we've got our dozen. They all germinated. They all have little tiny roots. All right. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. So now we're going to take them and we're going to put them in these little starter baskets. You've seen these before in the stores. So all we're going to do is, let's open this up. Get yourself a little pair of tweezers, because I don't think, yeah, you shouldn't be touching. Those are fresh baby little roots. We call them little tails. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to come up to the camera. And I'm going to come up to the camera. See if it'll focus in on that. Those are the little tails coming out of the seed. If I go right about here, yeah. And I didn't catch this. That's a 7-day germination. 5 days ago, they started. That's okay. We're going to get these in the dirt. So I got myself a little bit of starting mix. And we wet it. So it's all wet, ready to go. Real simple. You can pick up these trays pretty much anywhere, if not Amazon, where you get everything else. And so let's do that. And I've got 12 here, and we're gonna try something on these 12. We're gonna take our seeds that we extracted, that we got from that sweet bell pepper, dried them out, and they're here. These are the ones that we germinated. We're gonna plant these. We're gonna plant 12 of them in this little starter section, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna date it, and I'm gonna see how long it takes for them to sprout up from the dirt compared to we've already got our 12 here. So I'm going to put 12 here. I'm going to see actually how many actually will sprout of the 12, which will prove to us that this is much more guaranteed that you are going to have plants. I'm pretty sure, 99.9% sure, that compared to here, I doubt if we're going to plant 12 seeds here. I'm hoping all 12 sprout here. But I know these are going to be growing because they're already germinated and started and sprouted. This is exciting, isn't it? So let's get started here. I'm going to just start a little hole. We'll make little starter holes, and we're going to plant a seed in each one. Mother Nature's pretty smart. We're gonna put them in here, and we're gonna put them root down. But even if we didn't, it knows which way to grow. Roots never go towards the light. They stay in the dark. All right. Might as well get these started for the regular ungerminated seeds. Might as well get these tests done. We'll all learn something today. Who knows? I might be taking too many steps. Always looking for an easier path. Even though sometimes you just got to put in the work. Okay. Let's get the first one in. There we go. Pop him in there. I'm only dropping them in about a quarter of an inch, maybe ½ inch at the most. They've already got quarter inch. They've already got almost quarter inch roots. So, roots, a little root, little tails down. Seems like a lot just to grow a plant, right? But this is the product of this process right here, and this will be going out in the garden. Should have been already out in the garden, but our weather has been so bad. It is May. Today is May 12th, and it's about 40-something degrees outside. It's not normal. None of our weather is normal anymore. So we just have to work with it. And one more. And we've got our one little number 13. Let's call him number 13. He didn't sprout a little tail. But we're gonna leave him in there. Maybe he's just a slow learner. That's alright. He's taking his time. These others, 5 days, they were good to go. So let's plant some regular ones on this side, and we'll make sure. I'm gonna put some marker stakes in this so I don't confuse them, because I want to be straight up. If this side does better than this side, then we start doing this process, and heck with this one, but I doubt it. So let's just take a seed. Alright, so these with the white tags are just your plain seeds. Put in the dirt, get them going. This side are germinated already. So the next process will be, let's see what happens in the next few days. I'm going to give this at least a week, because they are not even these already started, so hopefully in the next few days they're gonna break ground, pop up, and let's see what happens. And then on to the next step, on to the next video. And if you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe and give me some comments. I'd like to hear from you guys. Maybe you have a better method, faster method, or more efficient method. I'm doing pretty good. This was my efficiency. This is proof right here. I started these probably, I should have waited a little longer since our weather is bad. Started these probably in February. So definitely, if you look at this, they've already got flowers. They're already flowering. They need to get outside. They need to get pollinated by nature. I can pollinate them inside here too, but this needs to get outside. We just need to get a break in our weather. They're not going to do too well at 40 degrees. And I've got 12 of these. So, that's it for now. And on to the next step, next video. Once these things start popping up, we'll show you what to do next. Hey guys, what is happening? Yes, that's right, I'm John, and we are here to learn how to grow food ourselves. So, with that said, I don't remember if you remember last episode where we germinated the seeds. The seeds germinated, showed little roots, so we planted them in starter pots. Starter pots like that. And this is the result after about 2.5 weeks. We've got this going on here, if you can see. And sad part is, all 12 came up, and as I'm watering them and working on them, or take care of them, I broke 2 of them. Now, if you remember, we also, while we planted the germinated seeds in this side, we took 12 seeds that weren't germinated. We put them in the dirt as a test and watered them, and they did end up popping up. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 12. 7 out of 12 came up, but for some reason, I didn't do anything. This is not a setup. I didn't do anything, but they died. 2 of them survived. These are the 2 survivors. As you can see, these are 2 survivors, a lot smaller, because, of course, these were germinated seeds, and these were just regular seeds put in the ground. So these have 5 days on these, because it took 5 days to germinate those seeds. So if these would stop growing and these kept growing, maybe they'll be the same size, but I don't know. Anyway, well, I will keep making an attempt to see if we can have success. I will make one more attempt to see if we can just put a regular seed in the dirt and get it to grow and get it to this. I don't know why these do so well if they were already germinated, then put in the dirt, and then these are regular seeds non-germinated, put in the dirt, and they did not. So they did sprout. Yes, they did. It took about 8 or 9 days for them to sprout up. They popped up, and they started to grow. I thought I had success with them. A lot of them died. 2 survived. So the 2 that I broke on this side, I will replace with these 2. So we still have a dozen. We still have 12 plants. So now our next step is, they can't keep growing in these small little pots. Well, they could, but they need more room. The roots need to grow so the plants get big, because you've seen the results. You've seen in my intro, you've seen all throughout the results, how they can grow. So we are going to transplant these into my styrofoam cups. So that'll be the next step. And I have my styrofoam cups here. We don't need them right this second. I'll put them right here, that's fine. And the way I do it is, I take a styrofoam cup, then I take a, regular beer cup. I know, no beer. Well, we'll have beer later, after we do this. I take these, and these kind of sit in there. So that way and I also, might as well show you, I prepared these. This is a regular beer cup. I take an old solder iron, hopefully, if you've got an old solder iron out, and I will, the best way to put the holes in them is just to use the solder iron and put some drain holes in. Just like that. Regular beer cup, drain holes, doesn't matter if it's clear or if you get the colored ones. Hey, red Solo cups, they're famous now because of Toby Keith. Good old red Solo cup beer cups. But anyway, and then you take them after you put your drain holes. It sits in here. There's about I would say about maybe an inch and a half of space down at the bottom, and I'll explain what I would do, what I did with that space also. Because after it drains, your water will sit at the bottom here. And if you for some reason can't get to it to water them, those roots will seek that water. They will go all the way down and they will just slurp up that water down at the bottom. So if you want, you can always keep water down in there. But that's how that goes. We've got to, let's see. These are some old ones from last time, so they already have holes. I needed to add 3 more. So like I said, you just take the solder iron and you put some holes in. Real simple. There you go, like 5. You know, nothing special. One more here. Yeah, I tried using like a drill. It's so much easier with the solder iron to make drain holes in plastic. So keep that in mind. There's a tip for me. There's a Simple John hack. That's my other channel, just Simple John. I do DIYs and hacks too. Simple hacks. Well, there's a simple hack. Drain holes with a solder iron. Alright, so we got that, and yeah, I'm sure I'm killing myself slowly with this as it's smoking this plastic, but let's unplug the solder iron. We don't need that anymore. Without burning ourselves or melting anything else. There we go. Keep that over there. Where's our cups? I like to use these work trays. They work fine. Drain holes, very important. I think, anyway. Works for me. You saw the results from my other videos. You saw the results. So the best I can tell you is that it works. Isn't this fun? Hey, don't forget to subscribe because there's more of this kind of stuff to come. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe and that notification because you will be notified of more videos as I put them out. I will try to put them out on a regular basis to teach you guys how to grow your own food. That's the channel. Grow food yourself. Don't need anybody's help. You can grow food yourself. But if you want, if you want help, I'm here. And there's other people out there. All right, how many we got going on here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 2 more. 2 more, and we're good. For some reason, I always have 13. That's a lucky number, isn't it? If you remember in the other videos where we germinated the seeds, I put 13 in the plastic baggie to germinate. Number 13 didn't germinate, but all 12 did. So, you always put a few extra, but like I says, it is so much better. I mean, it's so much more guaranteed that you will have something growing. And here's the proof. I put seeds in the ground on this side, watered them. I think 6 or 7 out of the 12 popped up, but they died. Still can't figure that out. That's why I will try it one more time. I don't like it when I try to grow something and it dies. So, we still got 2 survivors here, which will add to the 2 that I broke here. Yeah, messing with this, I broke them, and May they rest in peace. Okay, we've got our cups. We've got our little plants that are ready for transplanting. On to the next step, which is you got potting soil, dirt. I already mixed it up. I wet the dirt, because when you put in dry dirt into these cups and then you try to water it, I'm sure if you tried to grow stuff before, at first the water does not want to soak into the dirt. It'll just sit on top and it'll bead, and literally it's frustrating. So if you get a bucket, get your potting soil in there, pour a bunch of water in there, wet it first, then on your first watering here, it's not going to bead on top. It's going to actually soak in. Just a little scooper. Yes, I like to wear the gloves. Less scrubbing of the fingernails afterwards, but when you first started out, you gotta at least get your hands in the dirt. You gotta get dirt on your hands. Get in the dirt. You know what? Let's do this one at a time. Off to the side. See if we can not knock those over again. Okay. And you know how these little planters work. So let's get some dirt in the cup. Get it going in there. You figure, I would say, you're gonna try to, when you transplant, you're gonna try not to disturb the roots in this little planter. And let's see if we can get the first one out and transplant it. What you do, you kind of just pinch the bottom, squeeze these, and they just kind of squirt out like a toothpaste tube. Usually. And there you go. So you try to keep the roots and everything intact. Drop it in the little hole that you made. Add a little bit more around it. When you water it, it'll settle in, and you might have to add some more dirt later. There you go. Simple. Just keeping it simple. You don't need no fancy little pots, fancy little trays, or anything. Dollar store. These styrofoam cups I've been using for 3 years. So, yeah. Try to reuse everything, save the environment a little bit, you know, literally recycle. And there we go. There's the first one. Transplanted. How simple is that? Germinate. Start them out. 2.5 weeks later, they look like this. So let's just go through and do the rest of these real quick. And you watch, in about a few more weeks, these things are ready for the garden. I'm going to show you a little trick to get them nice and big and bushy and bloom. I will show you that little trick in a few weeks. We're going to let these settle into their new home, and I will show you what to do next to get them to really spread out, and you're going to have nice bell pepper bushy plants, strong plants. Hey, don't forget to comment down below. Tell me what your favorite food is to grow yourself. We can share ideas. That'd be great. Because I'm always up for trying to grow other kinds of foods. This one I decided to show you guys because they're pretty tough plants. They're pretty simple, just like tomato plants. They're pretty tough. They can handle a little bit. You know, you ain't gonna be that delicate. Besides breaking them like I did. There you go. So simple. And drop it in. You know, some people say, yeah, that looks like a lot of work. You know what? If you want great results, you're gonna have to put in the work. Sure, you can go to the big box store and go buy some ready sprouted. I don't know where they came from. Don't know where that seed came from. Throughout this series that I'm showing you where the seed came from, how you do it, how you get the seed, how you germinate it, how you get it to here, how you get it to the final stage, how you get it to the garden, and then I can't wait to show you. I can't wait to show you the pile of peppers that will come off of a dozen of these bell pepper plants. I guarantee you there will be a pile on this table. And that'll be just the first harvest, because there will be more. You will be giving it away to all your friends. Will love you. You know, stuffed green peppers everywhere. And organic. We don't use no pesticides. We don't spray them or nothing. Don't have to. You can take care of them. And you know what you put in them. You know what you put on them. go. Like I said, you just fill the cup. Put a transplant. Let's see, transplant hole, we'll call it. Yeah. And that like fits perfect for these things. Give these things a little pinch. There we go. Drop it in. Oh, look at that. Perfect fit. How can you beat that? So there's the one trick I will be showing you in the next videos when these sprout up, but I will also show you another trick, and it's got to do with feeding them. That's just the clue I'm going to give you. It's got to do with feeding them. Keep them, yeah, just like anything. You feed it the right stuff and it grows. You feed it the right stuff and it's strong. I don't know, I used to play in the dirt as a kid. Maybe this is why I like doing this. We are a few plants away from finishing. You know, the nice part about this is that I don't consider this work. I'm not breaking a sweat, that's for sure. So let's see. Let's see if we get this one out of here. There we go. Drop it in there. God, this is such an easy method. I should make this some type of course or something. No, you know what? I'd rather give you guys value. I'm not looking to make any money on this. This is just something I enjoy doing, and I figured I'd share because I'm sure there's people out there like you guys that enjoy this stuff too. So, and hopefully you get some value out of this. Maybe learn something new, or maybe down in the comments you'll, maybe I'll learn something new. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, because there's more to come. All these different stages. Might seem like a lot, but after you put it all together, it's simple. There's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna say there's 6 different, 6 parts, maybe, yeah, maybe 6 parts to this to get full maximum results. So what's the sense of doing something if you can't get a good result out of it? And as you can see, makes me happy. Remember that. And another little quick tip. No one can make you happy. No one's here to make you happy. You have to make yourself. Only you can make yourself happy. Yeah, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. But that's another issue. When people just sit there and, I'm not happy. Well, go make yourself happy. Don't expect anybody else to do it for you. ass here. Taking names. Kicking some ass and taking names. I should pop in a few clips of what I used to really like to do, and I kind of stopped. Maybe I'll pop in a picture into this video. Some of you might be offended by it. Some of you might like it. But yeah, what I used to do, what made me happy to go out and do. Nothing bad. At least I didn't think it was bad. Nothing illegal. Like it says, I found a new hobby. Growing food yourself. There's a whole backstory to why I started it too. Later on in some videos we'll get into that. Why I decided to. It's all about, I mean, if you look at what's going on in the world and look at the health of this country, we're walking around, we're not too healthy. And I'm sure we'd be a lot more healthier if we just grow food yourself and don't rely on industry out there to provide the food for you, because they're doing shit to the food that is not helping you, and it's not healthy. It's healthy for their bank accounts, but who's paying the price? You are. You are, by eating what you don't know you're eating. Because they're telling you doesn't mean it's true. That's why here, this is true. I know what I'll be eating. I know what I did to it. I get it. Some people don't have the time. Some people don't have the facility. But we're going to get into that too on this channel. We're going to grow food ourselves. We're going to grow food ourselves. We're going to grow food ourselves. And we'll grow it indoors too. Just to show you that even if you don't have a garden, even if you don't have a yard, what if you have an apartment? What if you have just a balcony? Maybe a windowsill. We can still grow stuff that we can eat that's healthy for us. So I gotta stop this pointing thing and talking with my hands. But otherwise I could just sit there and talk like this. But now, as you can see how passionate I am about this stuff. It's all about being healthy. Eating healthy. Because if you're healthy and you're not sick and you feel good, you could do anything. And you know what? Other people can see it and some of the benefits of being healthy. And it's all about what you put in is what you get out. Put in that garbage. You put in garbage. You put in fake food. Just like fake news, fake food. What results are you going to get with fake food? Chop off that dirt. There we go. Pinch that plant out of there. Come on out. There we go. Huh. And as I've said in other videos, it's no more taking a seed and a fish, dropping it in, and waiting, and hopefully it'll grow. I'm trying to guarantee you that it will produce. And the proof is right here. I didn't buy these. These aren't fake. Proof is right here. Two more, and we're done. As far as this potting soil goes, get yourself some. This is, I got this stuff. It's called Pro Mix potting soil, some kind of professional potting soil. Again, see, that's what it said on the bag. I didn't make the potting soil myself. Probably could have. But it worked good. You saw the results before. In the beginning of this video, you see the results in the intro, so. Alright, we did those. These were the germinated seeds. This is what we got left. We got, of the two, well, like I says, the other ones, they just shriveled up and died. But two of them survived. And we're going to add them to this to make the dozen. What's weird is these two right here, since they're smaller and they're behind in the time growing, for some reason, at a certain point, they ramp it up and they catch up to these. I don't know what, they don't want to be left behind and they catch up. So alright, almost done here. I think we're done with the dirt here. That away. Almost done here. Let's get these two little ones out here. There we go. I'm going to mark this cup. Let me get a pen. I'm going to mark this cup. This was the ones from seed to dirt. Seed to dirt. Oh, we could have wrote seed to soil. Sounded better, right? But again, seed the dirt. That one, one more. See, here's, yeah, I don't know why the other ones just fell over and died. Don't know if it's got anything to do with germinating first, but maybe that's one of the reasons they tell you when you're planting them in the dirt. Drop in at least 3-4 seeds, because they know that not all of them will grow. And then once they get this high, thin them out. Maybe because they just die. I don't know. I've never had them die with this method. Never. I've broken them. That's how I've killed them. But okay, seed to dirt. Ta-da! We are. And that's how you transplant. And that's how you just transplant them once they get started up. You want to make sure they have a few leaves on them, at least 4. 6 is even better. But you know what? In these small little pots, I say once they get at least 2 to 4 leaves, time to go big. Time to go to the bigger one, give them some real estate. And you can see the difference. These are from the seed. These are the germinated ones. What's going on here? I'll tell you what's going on here. We found a way to grow food ourselves. Don't forget, I am John, Simple John. I keep everything simple. And how much more simple can this be? Seed, dirt, cups. And you're on your way. Seed, dirt, cups, and you're on your way. With a few tricks in between. Just put away. We are in business. Yes, we are. We are in business. I get a little excited. It's all right. When you see these kind of things, these results, and you look at, you are making life right here. And in turn, they're going to give you life. They're going to give you the nutrients and everything you need. Hey, by the way, bell pepper plants, highest concentration of vitamin C. And who doesn't lack vitamin C? We never have enough vitamin C. That's why everybody's sick and got colds and all this other stuff. All these nutrients that come from these plants that you're going to grow yourself. So you're going to grow food yourself. And that's it for this part. Oh, by the way, just in case you're curious, these will go in those holders that you've seen in my intro. And all those holders they're from, I think, Pepsi or somebody like that. They're soda. They're 1 liter bottle soda holders that I garbage picked. I looked at those, I was like, wow, those will hold my styrofoam cups steady. And one more thing. Then they go, normally it's winter time when I start this stuff. So they go under lights. unless you can get them to a window where there's a decent amount of light all day. But that's another thing I will show you. It's simple. I will show you. Simple shop light, $10. Shop light, a couple bulbs, 6500K bulbs. Like I said, there's all these little tricks that you are going to learn from me. And because if you just put them in a window, they are going to stretch to go for that light, and they are going to, their stems are going to be weak, they're going to be falling over, you're going to have to figure out how to prop them up, and hopefully they just don't string out and die. With the shop light and those bulbs, the light, you keep them low, and they get strong, and they spread out a little bit, and then you slowly raise that light. I'll show you how you raise the light and everything, how you hang it. I'll show you all that stuff. And as they grow, you just raise that light just enough for them to reach it, so they don't get too long and stringy. I've heard it from many people. They're like, you know what, I plant them and everything, they get all these long and stringy, they fall over and they die. Well, it's all about how far they have to reach for the light. So, there's another trick. Oh man, you guys are getting all these tricks and tips, all these secrets, and you're gonna, it's gonna blow you away. Your first time you do all this stuff, the way I'm showing you, it's gonna blow you away. You're gonna be like, why hasn't anybody showed us that before? All those seasons with trying, for a lot of times it's luck. But then there's your old timers, they know tricks too. You know, people way back then, they had to grow food themselves. There wasn't stores, you didn't go. Stay away from the boxed foods, packaged foods. This is what's gonna keep you healthy right here. Alright, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, give me some comments, give me some feedback, tell me some of the methods you do, and we will share those, and I will see you in the next video when these are a little bigger.